Welcome to the fourth and final part of the first tutorial on how to build a hybrid container application with SUP. If you have not watched any of the previous parts, please go back and do so, as we do build with this part here on top of what we have built in the previous parts. In the previous parts we have seen how to create a mobile business object with a custom query that is based on a table in the local sample database. We have built a hybrid container with a selection screen and modified the generated output to limit it to a couple of fields, and we have seen how we can trigger this application via notifications from the backend server. In this last part, we are now going to customize the screens of our application to some nicer colors than the standard white, gray, and black, and in addition we're going to add a logo on top of every screen. Now, before we can get started to modify the application itself, we first should create an additional directory within our application that will hold our logo. This is not really required, but we do it for good housekeeping reasons anyway. Open up the File Explorer and navigate to our project. On your system, your project folder is under the administrator user and in the workspace directory. Open this folder up and you will find another folder in there that it is named after your project name. The project here is called Customer List. Navigate into the folder, then into the Generated Workflow folder, then into Cust List, which is the name of the workflow application that you created earlier. You might have named this one differently too. Inside your workflow, click on the HTML folder and create a new folder within that folder named Images. I have already downloaded a fitting logo for the screens of the mobile device into the Downloads folder of your administrator user. Open up another File Explorer and navigate to the Downloads folder inside the administrator user. Here you should find the SciLogo.gif. Copy this GIF to the Images folder. Then go back to the Explorer and open up the custom.js file with a notepad editor. We're going to need that content in a minute, so just leave it alone for now. Inside your workspace navigator, under the Generated Workflow folder, navigate to the JS folder and open up the custom.js file by double-clicking it. Search inside the file for a method called custom_before_show_screen. Then go over to your notepad editor and cut and paste the content of the function over to your project. If we take a look at the code, we can see that it basically loads our SciLogo GIF into the application and then places it on top of every screen of the application. Finally, we're going to make some color adjustments on the application. Navigate to the CSS folder inside the Generated Workflow folder in your Workspace Navigator, and under jQuery open up the file jQuery mobile version number CSS. It might be that by the time you watch this movie, the version has changed, so don't pay attention too much to the version I have here. Change the text color to be white like I do, and the background colors to be blue. Actually, you can change it to any color that you like using the standard HTML RGB color hex format. Once you got everything changed, it's again time to deploy the application. Navigate to your mobile application diagram and right-click somewhere inside the canvas. Generate the mobile workflow app package. which will, at the end, deploy the application. When deployment is finished, you can go back to the simulator and use the back and menu buttons to navigate back to the app and then start it again with the logo and the colors changed. This finishes the last part of the first tutorial on how to build a hybrid container application with SUP. I hope you liked this brief introduction and will tune in for more tutorials to come.